how do you see the difference of mindfulness versus emotional intelligence? Are they one and the same, or is one a subset of the other? How do you teach it?
That's a great question. I love the question, Leo. So, it's interesting because emotional intelligence has had a definition that's been sort of attached to it over the last 25 years, that it's been in the stratosphere, so to say. Daniel Goleman popularized emotional intelligence. He wrote about it. He presented it. He presented an excellent business case for it, right? Such that now we don't even question, yes, of course we need emotional intelligence. But what was interesting is when we started our work together, this is about 6 years ago, to democratize and bring this work in real terms to people, not just intellectually, right? Because we can all read a book, right? It's so much harder to then embody those things. So as I was really digging into his model in particular, because that was the operative model, what I realized is it's such a deep topic. Emotional intelligence is not just one kind of intelligence. And so as I looked at the neuroscience, the research, the practical, how do you do it? What I really found is the whole basis for us to be able to do anything well, and I mean anything, not just can I be more emotionally intelligent, or can I be a better leader, a better dad, a better partner, whatever it is, a better salesperson. It starts with the fundamental capacity to be aware. And where does that come from? Inside, it's intrinsic. Our attention, our awareness is the gold. If we can harness it and connect with it in a way that's intentional, so that we can direct our outcomes, including how we make sense of our emotions and our perceptions, right? So it's not just about, can I be skillful with my emotions and skillful with other people's emotions, which is the traditional definition. It's, can I be skillful with all of my perceptions, of which emotions are sensory based, if that makes sense. So it's
Yeah.
a very big question. And this mindfulness movement, it's interesting because in many ways, Daniel Goleman was also part of the first wave of that, coming into the States, along with Jack Kornfield, Joseph Goldstein, Sharon Salzberg, just to name a few. Okay. And funny enough, they all studied in the 60s and 70s at the same place I went when I was 20. I went in the 90s. So what they brought was what I think we were capable of connecting with at the time. And now it's more mainstream. But here's the thing, Leo, the work I'm trying to do is to bring greater richness and depth to even that. So in other words, it's not just about self-awareness. Self-awareness is one way of being aware. There are so many other ways of being aware that we can tap into with certain practices that end
Yeah.
up being able to serve us well. So
Wow.
yes, and there's so much more to the story.